we did a little bit of like take it away completely and then try to watch one movie a month as a family. And we as parents were actually able to observe more clearly how impactful that was on our kids, which gave us more motivation to be like, yeah, let's not do that again. Because the behavioral issues, like the next day and the next day, it was incredible how much recovery time they needed from just one movie. Whereas before, you know, we might watch maybe 4 movies with the kids a week.
Yeah, right.
If not more. Daily, like as we're washing dishes, we used to have Netflix on and oh my goodness. It was wild. So anyhow, so we were numbed to how much it was impacting us.
So we didn't go cold turkey. We kept trying to use
Friday night movie night.
Use it in moderation, and then every time we'd use it in moderation, we'd find out that it wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
And so like another example was like we were just going to let them use their iPads for music and nothing else, and we found that they couldn't do it.
They couldn't stop looking at the screen for Pandora where it would show like the album titles.
Yeah, right. They're just addicted to staring at the blue light. So we kept paring back and paring back and paring back, and that's again where like to some level, like my advice is somewhere between cold turkey and have a good long hard conversation about why before you actually do it. If the kid's 18, you just maybe got to take a little bit different tact. But if they're
why is huge.
If it is huge, so come back to that. But if they're living under your roof and you're paying for them to live under your roof, you have the right to say that's not allowed in my house.
Yeah.
My house is now not going to have that. So you can move out and spend your $1,800 on rent so you can have your phone and do blah, blah, blah on your phone. But in the house, the phone goes in that basket when you come in the house, and that's where it stays. The iPad, that's where it stays. You can do it. Now, we haven't quite done that. We're almost there. Our one daughter uses the iPad for a couple specified things and then sometimes falls off the horse a little bit on it, right? And then we got to pull her back. But because she's an artist and uses it for those specified things, there's some real value there. So we don't deny the value of the tools. But these are like super tools mixed with addictive drugs. And you really don't want your kids growing up on addictive drugs.
Yeah.
Mind-warping drugs. Yeah.
That was in a book that I've been reading through. It's talking about kind of the mindset behind limiting technology in your life and why would you? And the amount of privacy lost when you sign into any sort of technology is incredible.
It's crazy. Yeah.
But then also, like, if you think about the fact that it is a tool and discuss, like, it's a tool with your child. I understand its value. I see how you can use it on a daily basis or a weekly basis or whatever. But I don't want it to master me.
Right.
I want it to remain something that I'm in control of, not a servant to. And trying to talk to the children about the why in anything, in any space of parenting that where you're making a decision. Like if you decide every Wednesday you want your kids to wear jeans because it's gardening day, like you got to explain, well, jeans are more durable. They're going to protect you from thistles. If you get into a briar patch, the thistly briars won't stick to them. It's going to protect you from ticks, all sorts of things. Like you have to give them the why so they can buy into it. So making sure that you invest time in educating them, catching them up to speed with your mentality behind the why is going to be really important for them to buy into it. I was going to say something else that you had brought up, but if there's
start by setting limits. If you fall, you fall. But the further out you get, the more it's going to be obvious that it wasn't worth it when you went back in.
That was it.
And if you got anybody struggling with anxiety, stress, these things are the results of beaming sharp rays of blue light with dreams of action and terror into your eyeballs, and your body can't tell it's not real. You can. You're like, it wasn't real. It was a movie. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm stressed out though. Well, yeah. See, your body's talking to you, and it's like you have lived through too many lives in too short a period of time, and have not the capacity to physically process it. You are literally stunned. So if you got a kid who's like, I don't like all the anxiety, well, like, just tell them this is why. You want that anxiety to drop? Stop beaming so much lie into your face. Huh? And I don't know how to shout that loud enough for people. And no one believes.
They
you.
don't.